What up, guys? What up, Twitch? What up, YouTube? Here we go. We're going to be going over, we're going to be doing a power ranking as the rosters were released today. I don't think they were supposed to be released. I don't know if they were going to be released. I don't know. But we see a lot of switcheroos all over the place. I kind of knew this was coming. So there's some key ones that I want to talk about. And so that's what we're going to get into this video. Hope you guys enjoy. What's up, chat? And what's up, YouTube? You guys are beautiful. I like saying hi to you guys, even though it's 3 or 4 times in a video. So let's start with Bahala Valkyries. What a name. Ducky solo, Dzoni jungle, Zero Hose mid, Raffer support, Emilito, and then Raffer's girlfriend as the coach. I don't know if she's a real coach. I think they just... I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know if she's really a coach, but I don't know. I guess whatever. Oh, Johnny.
He's getting a free room in the house.
Free room in the house? Yeah, not sure. So yeah, well, she was the coach last year, but I'm not sure if she was actually coaching. But I don't know enough. I'm not sure if she's actually coaching this team or not. But I don't know. Whatever. Ducky solo. What's his name? Johnny jungle. Zero Hose mid, Raffer support, and Melito ADC. So pretty much what happened here, what it looks like is Zero Hose wanted to play pro this year. Ducky was on a losing team. So Zero Hose hit up Ducky. Ducky was probably looking the most consistent and the best player on Obey. When they were, I think they lost every single game. Or if not, they might have won 1 or 2. I don't remember exactly. Throughout the whole year. This guy was a top jungler on a SCC team last year. Raffer was supposed to retire, but Zero Hose, I call him Zero Hose. I've known Zero Hose longer than anybody, so I am allowed to call him whatever I want. Raffer and his girlfriend's house was just ruined, so she's living with them. Yeah, I know their house got flooded, but you know, she was her coach last year, so I don't know if this is it just to like make it easy to come, you know, to be with Raffer, or she's actually, you know, sitting there in scrims and actually you know, going through scrims and bods and making sure they're the best team possible. I don't know. God, what did I do? All right, back to zooming in. One more. Boom. So, Bahala Valkyries, they look like... All right, so if I look at this team, on paper, they look like they have a lot of potential. They have a fresh new jungler from the SCC. From what I've seen, he's pretty solid. They have Zero Hose, a top-end mid laner, but he plays very to himself. I think Zero Hose is a pretty selfish mid laner, which is okay, especially in this meta. You know, as a mid laner, you want your farm, you want to be able to power farm, you want to be able to get the items online and carry. He is insane. And he has insane mechanics and positioning, so I don't mind that. And the perfect thing is that when you look at Zero Hose, which is kind of a selfish mid, and when I say selfish, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. It's just he plays more to carry the game. He's not playing mid, you know, like Twig was last year, where he plays like all around with Relic Dagger and trying to set up everybody, or trying to be, you know, get blown on and get Relic Dagger and try to survive, and they use a lot of abilities. No, Zero Hose wants to carry. And while I don't think that would be good with other teams, Raffer is perfect for that. Raffer plays the most selfless support, maybe right there with Neilmaw, selfless support, and plays Peel Gods, which is perfect for Zero Hose. If you think about Raffer, what do you think about? You think about Khepri, you think about Ganesh, think about Sobek. All these characters that can peel and or initiate as well. And then Emilito, an OG, probably one of the best hunters, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. Definitely top 2, top 3. Debated for the best. And Emilito and Zero Hose are both the type of hyper carries you want for Raffer, as he plays very selfless. Ducky plays pretty selfless as well as a soul laner. He will play those tanky soul laners that will just go in and create space. So Valkyries, I like their team. I really do. I think it fits well together. I don't know. The only question mark for me is Johnny. Is what type of jungler is he? Is he the hyper carry? Which, if he is a hyper carry, I don't like him with these two players. But if he's more of a, you know, a Cubo type, Ravana, Humbots type of player, then I think it could fit really, really, really well. And this team could be a top 3 team, no doubt. So that is my opinion on Valkyries. I'm going to go through every single team, explain what I think about the changes, the players, how they mesh together, and then put them in a power ranking. So here we go. So we went over Valkyries. We're going to go over the Bolts. Haddix, Lasbra, Ven, Jake, Barracuda. So the only change was Variety on this team. This team performed pretty well last year at Worlds. They got destroyed by the Dragons. Pretty much old Ghost. I mean, they were a good team when they were playing against like softer teams with weaker macro, like Sanguine last year. But the problem with them was they always played one way. There's only one way that Jake plays. It is, I'm going to go in, and if you do not help me when I'm going in, we lose a fight, right? So that is the one. Jake will play the same supports, the Sobek, the Faf, the Tier, and just go in, make space, and if they cannot capitalize on the space, then they lose. If they can capitalize on the space, then they win. The problem is it's very one-sided, right? You know what they're going to do when you're playing against them. You know when you see Jake walk in, you know what they're doing. You know that he has people behind him. And so that is the difference, and that's the only problem that I've seen them have. How does Haddix fit into this? I feel like they've plugged solo enters in and out, right? They had, well, who did they have before that? I know they had Variety, but who did they have before Variety? They had Solo or Troll. You know, they've plugged and played with solos. I think Haddix probably could be a very good fit for them because they need someone that is a true frontline, and Haddix is that. Because Jake is a semi-true frontline. I don't know. Jake does some weird stuff a lot of the time. It works for them sometimes. But Haddix does play the Kokolin, the Rat, the Guan, which is a true soul, which lets Lasbro shot call easier, right? When Lasbro shot calling, it makes it easier for them because he can macro with so much space. It makes it easier for him to macro and play these team fights. So here we go. That's their team. I think they're going to be a middle of the pack team. I just think until Jake finds another way to play the game, I think they will always be a middle of the pack team. When Jake finds out like how to play a different style of support, I think then they can become a top team. But until then, I don't think that's possible. The Titans. Benji, Solo, Scary D, Jungle, Paul mid, Aurora support, Cyclone spin ADC. So pretty much what happened here is they took the best two players, in my opinion, not including Neomall, from Pittsburgh Titans. Sorry. Pittsburgh, the hell was Pittsburgh? Whatever, I'm calling it Pittsburgh. And Benji from Solo. So they took the Knights and Radiance just meshed together. This is an insane dual lane. I mean, Aurora is nuts. I'm just trying to think about how their 3v3 goes, you know. I love Scary D. I really do, man. I think he's really, really good player. How well will he translate into the jungle with Aurora? I feel like there's really weak comms on this team. But the talent is insane. I feel like the leadership is a little weird on this team. Like it was on Radiance. But the talent, just like Radiance, was insane. I think this will be a top 3 team. No doubt. Just because of the talent. Number 1, I don't think so. I think they miss out on the leadership. I don't know who's going to lead on this team. I don't know. Top 3, I don't think number 1 though. All right, let's move on. Kings. Variety, Solo, Twig, Jungle, Big Man Tings, mid, Genetics, support, Netroid, ADC. I think it's going to be one of the weaker teams. My reason being is that they're good players. These 3 look really good together. I've heard good things about Genetics. I haven't watched enough support play from him. But I don't know. Netroid is kind of just a slot in ADC. How good would that mesh with Genetics? We're talking about a dude from UK playing with a dude from Peru. In a lane that you need really good synergy. I don't know. It's good players, but I think they're going to be a middle of the pack team or bottom. We'll continue it. Solar Scarabs. These names are tough. Solo or Troll, Layers, Bronic, Inbound, Zapman. This is an Xbox 3v3 core. Solo or Troll, Solo, Zapman, ADC. I think this weighs really hard on Inbound. Laney's gonna carry them Worlds. Laney coaching this team could be good for them. Laney's a really good coach. He just helps you see. He just helps you see the game in the way you need to win. And a lot of these guys have matured a lot and grown up. This is going to be a bottom team. Can they improve and become a top team towards the end? They can. No doubt. They have potential.
Zap's always the wild card, bro.
Yeah, I think they have potential to be a top, like a middle of the pack team, but I think at the end, I think they're going to be a bottom team. They're going to be a bottom team the first split, no doubt. So, Jade Dragons, here we go. I'll do the power ranking like at the end. I'm just making sure you guys are introduced to the teams. Solo, Final K. This is Old Ghost, just with an added Hurrywind. Hurrywind is a good fill for Twig. Hurrywind plays more of the true mage. Compared to Twig, which is playing jungle this year, which I feel like he definitely looks more confident. This team is going to be a top team. Number 1, probably number 2, no doubt. You have PBM leading you. You have Panda Cat, Sam, Final Cage. Too much talent, too much teamwork, too much leadership. And Hurrywind is good for this team because he's getting led by PBM, and Hurrywind is a good mage to just turn his brain off and listen and hit his stuff. And that's what you need from a mid. This is definitely what you need from a mid. You just need someone to just kind of like, and Hurrywind is good at just feeding comms. Like he'll say, yo, they're rotating here, they're rotating this. I think this is good. We can fight here. But yeah. This is gonna be a top 2 team, or maybe number 1. Oni Warriors, Nika Solo, Q Fred Jungle, Dardes mid, Neomall support, Vote ADC. This team is hot. It has the talent, but the only thing is how good do they merge. The question mark for me is how good do they merge. Neomall shot calling, which is probably the best shot calling in the game, in my opinion, right now. I thought it was PBM, but after seeing Worlds, I think it's Neomall right now. I just want to see how good they merge these 3. I have faith in their ADC and their side lanes. Their side lanes are gonna win. They're gonna be strong side lanes. And then just the merge. How good is Neomall already played with Cubo, so they have the synergy. And then they have Dardes. Neomall is a very good support for the type of playstyle that Dardes is. I like this. I like this team. Alright, and then we have the I'm going to call him Levi. Way easier. Julio, Solo. They just added another Spanish speaker in the solo and moved. And then pretty much Dark Horse said, give me Hunter. I can play Hunter. I mean, the problem is going to persist with this team. Right? Their shot calling. That's why Netroid was never the problem. There's no way you say Netroid was a problem. Their problem was the shot calling. It was so obvious every time they played. Is putting Julio Solo and Jarcore ADC gonna fix that? No, it's not. Jarcore is just good at the game, so you could just plug him in. Jarcore is one of those players that can play multiple roles and still shine. You know, that's just what a good player looks like. Putting him in ADC with Ron Yu, probably going to have good synergy, but the problem persists for me. Where's the shot call? Who is leading this team? Is it Ron Yu? If it was last year that was leading them a team, then I mean, I don't know. That was really bad macro. They looked horrible at Worlds. They looked like they didn't know where. They looked like my ranked teammates when they were getting macroed out around the map. I think it was really easy macro calls, and they just didn't do it right. So now that we got everything together, let's do number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Can I have a little marker? Is there a marker? Yep. 1, Dragons. 2, Titans. 3, Warriors. 4, Valkyrie. 5, Bolts. 6, Kings. 7, Levi. 8, Scarabs. There you go. Scarabs, Levi. I think this is gonna take a while to mesh. This is gonna take a while. If they're gonna be good, it's not gonna be in the beginning. It's gonna take time. This takes time. If they're gonna merge and click, it's gonna be a time from now. There's no way they just come together and just start owning everyone. Not these quality of teams. There's just no way. I don't think so, at least. I mean, anything can happen, obviously. There's an EU SPL? No, this is SPL. Everybody's in Atlanta right now. There's EU SEC and NA SEC. Adapting's playing SEC. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions we want to talk about, any questions about what my predictions were? I don't know. I think anything can happen. The skill gap in Smite, IMO is not as big as the other games. I agree. It's not as big. The skill gap isn't that big, but still the weakest teams have the biggest problem with macro. Titans isn't better than Warriors. Titans isn't better than Warriors. Yeah, I think it can go back and forth. I agree. I think Warriors can be better than Titans. Yeah, I agree. That's the first thing I said about Titans is weak shot call. I would put Warriors over 2-3 like this. I put it like 2-3 here because if they do click, it's GG. If they do click, they're 2. Like, if they don't need that much comms, it's 2. This team, yeah, I don't know. I think this team could be easily 2. Why did you put Bahala over Bolts? Better shot. It's just Bolts play one way. Until Jake can play a different type of support style, I think they're always going to be a middle of the pack team.